What's good, family? How y'all doing? This is your girl Divine Karma coming in with, scoot over a little bit, with a reading on today. I have been out. Hi y'all. I missed y'all. I sent you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. First of all, I literally caught on fire. My hand literally had flames coming out of it. So for all of you that checked on me and all that good jazz and saw the video and, you know, saw my post about what's been going on with me, and I was going through a dark night of the soul. So I had to shut everything down, right? But before I get into this reading, I missed y'all and want to let you know I have a massive sale going on with my readings right now. Go to my website. Everything's in the bio because I have a massive, I don't think I've ever done a sale like this on my readings. All right. So again, I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing better. All right. We are going to go ahead and jump into this reading. Let's get some good energies going on. And I've already meditated and all that good jazz over the cards. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing. There is a cycle for a lot of you, Spirit speak to me, through me, and for me, that is coming to an end. I feel like some of this reading was for me. Some of you, there's this energy that sometimes we tend to think if we just stay in this little bubble, in our little cocoon, in our little bubble, right? And keep, you know, and not try to look left or right. I'm just going to stay in this bubble that everything, whatever's not going my way will work out. Things will turn around and you find yourself on autopilot, right? And a lot of you have found yourself on autopilot, right? And because you did not you did not want to rock the boat. And sometimes because we're indecisive and we don't know which way to go, we get in that, I'm just going to stay here. This is my safe zone. I'm not going to take any risk. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to stay in my safe zone, right? And some of you have this cycle that is going to be completed. All right. We have the ancestral force completion. And a lot of you are, you know, y'all might be, you know, like I was going through a dark night of the soul, but there's a cycle in your life that some of you are struggling with or have been struggling with or will here in the near future that you are really going to be like, I want this cycle to come to an end, but you can't stay in that bubble. Right? When you don't make any decisions and any choices, right? We're on a free will planet. So when you decide to make the choice of not making a choice, if that makes sense, you put yourself at risk for not, you know, growth not happening, development, you know, not happening, healing not happening, doing the shadow work not happening, manifestations not coming because you have put yourself in the energy of the choice to not make a choice. I'm just going to stay in my bubble, right? And then you have number 8, the chiefess, strength tested. Courage is a very, very, very spiritual energy, right? And when you get in that cocoon and decide that your choice is going to be not to move, not to go left, not to go right, I'm just going to stay right here, right? Your strength is being tested, and it's like, and it's, you know, I know that we live in this world of where we have a lot of tests. We do. But when your strength is being quote unquote tested by, you know, your guides and your angels, your ancestors and, you know, and spirit, the divine or God or whoever source is for you, right? It can feel very heavy. It can feel very challenging, right? But again, I always say, you know, the divine God is just witnessing life through us, correct? So, of course, there's going to be some times where courage is going to have to be at the forefront of your decisions, of your choices, of everything that you do in order for this cycle to come to a complete halt and stop and not come back again. You have the monarch victorious. With this monarch, this is for some of you, you know, realizing, you know, that you're being tested and moving forward. But I have this strong energy with this monarch. And if you think about the definition of the word monarchy, a lot of you have some guides and angels that when I say hey, are really trying to get your attention on some things. I just heard the name Sarah. There might be, significance. I just heard the name Liddell. There might be significant. Spirit is giving me names. But you moving forward and you taking back control, you are never alone. There's a cycle that some of you are in right now to where you actually feel absolutely devastated. Like when I say devastated, like nothing is going to move forward for you. And I promise you that you have guides and angels. Some of you have an aunt in spirit world that has been trying to get your attention. I'm saying like an aunt, and when this aunt was here on this planet, she was very fond of flowers and plants. I'm seeing like yellow flowers, maybe lilies, possibly. But you have guides and angels that are trying to assist you. A lot of you, once you come out of this, right? And like I said, I feel like a lot of this energy is for myself as well, because I just came out of a dark night of the soul. And a lot of you may be going through that, right? You have the conjure woman, manifestation, which is number 1. You have a brand new beginning on the horizon. We go through multiple dark nights of the souls. I've been through a couple, matter of fact, I think this is probably my 3rd one. And as we, you got to level up in this, y'all, right? There's always levels. You can never be stagnant. That's the problem when we get in these cycles and decide that we don't want to move left or right. Everything comes to a halt, right? You're stagnant. And you can't, you might in your mind be telling yourself, well, nothing bad is going to happen if I just stay right here, right? But nothing good is going to happen, so to speak, right? The manifestations are going to happen. You have manifestations that are coming in. Some of you are manifesting. Some of you literally just stopped writing your affirmations. Let me tell you something. You cannot expect changes and the things that you want in your life to come into fruition if you have not had a conversation with spirit and let spirit know and your guides and angels what in the blue magic hair grease it is that you want, right? What is it that you want? Because when you get in that energy where I'm not going left or right because, you don't want your strength to be tested, you don't want to rock the boat. Spirit doesn't know what you want. The universe doesn't know what you want, right? So when you get on autopilot, okay, you don't want to tell me what you want? I'm just going to throw some randomness in your life. Random chaos, random conflict, random arguments, random, financial problems, right? Because you have not set the tone. You have not been specific with source and spirit and your guides and angels and the universe to let it know what you want, right? And it doesn't have to be some massive 20-page manifest, right? It can be if you got the time, but it doesn't have to be. You can start each day by saying 3 things, right? 3, 6, 9 they are very, very beautiful sacred geometry numbers because they represent cycles. Start small. Wake up every day after you say what you're grateful for and figure out 3 things that you want, that you are requiring to manifest. Sorry, y'all. 3 affirmations. You don't have to start like completely overboard, right? But some of you have got so in, I almost said auto-tune, right? Some of that might be significant for somebody, but got in autopilot that now when you go on autopilot and you stay in your bubble, you are telling the divine, you are telling the universe, send me randomness, right? Send me randomness. I don't care what it is. It could be negative. Just send me randomness, right? And that is not how, when you are in your God frequency, that's not how God moves, right? A leaf, y'all hear me say all the time, a leaf doesn't fall off a tree without the universe, without spirit knowing, right? It doesn't move in randomness. So you can't move in randomness, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have Root of Fire, risk it all. Again, some of you are so terrified to take a risk. Some of you, this could be relationship wise. Like I'm seeing in my third eye, like somebody has a person or people that has been slightly little bit, just subtle flirting. You so terrified from the last relationship you've been in that you won't even take a chance, take a risk. Nobody said you have to marry the person. Go out on a date, go get a cup of coffee, talk on the phone. I don't know, go for a walk in the park. You cannot get through this life with taking risks. Am I telling you to go spend all your money at the casino? Absolutely not, right? But manifestations comes with being spontaneous, right? Getting out of your head and analyzing everything, right? It is good to plan ahead, but you also have to learn how to live in the present moment. And when you take risks, right, that's you living in the present moment. That's you not worried about, I did this, what happened in the past. You're not worried about, and like I said, I'm not saying those things aren't important, but sometimes you have to live in the moment, right? Even though time is an illusion, but being in the present, it's a gift. That's why it's called the present, right? And some of you won't take any risk, like at all. I'm seeing somebody with like a job offer from another job, but you are so terrified, and it could be like just $1 more an hour or just a little bit of a raise in your salary, but you're so in your bubble and don't want to jump out there and take a risk and take the job. Oh my gosh, what if I don't like the staff? Oh my gosh, what if, what if they lunch breaks is not the same? Whatever it is, right? Take a risk. Some of you, there have been some opportunities, I'm hearing Spirit say, in the last 7 to 12 months, weeks, something about 7 to 12 or 7 to 12 days that you have had, and you've seen it. You've seen the email. You've gotten the phone call. You've seen the text, whatever it is. And you just like, nope, I want to stay right here in my bubble. You can't grow like that. You can't, the divine, if the divine wanted to witness everybody staying in a bubble and not making any choices and not learning, from mistakes and not life lessons, which there really are no mistakes because your soul chooses this, this is your soul contract. So it's really no mistakes, right? It's just taking a detour sometimes to learn a lesson and come back, and come back to ground zero. It happens. But if if God wanted everybody to just stay in a bubble, that would defeat the purpose of it, wanting to experience us individually and as a collective. It would have just made all of us the same, right? And everybody can stay in the bubble. And now that I've witnessed, the top few emotions, Spirit would be like, okay, I know everything. No, that's not how this works, right? You have to take chances. You have to remember to live, even when you fall, right? I was talking to my brother the other day. Shout out to Will I Am. And, we were talking about things like this. And it was like, there really are, no mistakes. There's really no wrong or right. There's really no good or bad. And he said, sis, there's only, the only sin, so to speak, is the abuse of your power, right? And you have the power to choose your life. This is free will. This is why the planet is made like this. This is why the divine put it like this. It's free will, right? And you're abusing your power that God gave you to make choices, to take risks, to enjoy life, even when, things are not going your way, right? So how is the divine witnessing life through you right now, right? Are you taking any risks, right? Is no good or bad. Is no wrong or right. Your good is not my good and my bad is not your bad. Same with right or wrong, right? But you're abusing your power. You're abusing the gift that Spirit gave you. And a lot of y'all got some really, 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 really top-notch spiritual gifts that you are supposed to be sharing with the world, and you are not. And when you do that, especially when you know that there are gifts you're supposed to be sharing with the world, which all of us have, Spirit is going to rock your boat a little bit. All right. Let's get some more cards on deck. Get some more cards on deck, Spirit. I'm shuffling kind of gently, because I got this hand situation. So y'all just bear with me. It says check in. Yeah, exactly. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It It is always helpful. Listen, check in with your emotions, right? Your emotions are just energy and motion. That's your compass. Some of you need to check in with your strength and courage frequency. Some of you need to check in. I keep hearing, and I'm saying this because it's I hate this saying. And I know it's a strong word, but I hate it. When people are saying, man, the struggle is real. Check in with how you are talking to yourself every day. There is no struggle. It's fear. False evidence appearing real. There is no struggle, right? You need to check in with your emotions. And when you check in with your emotions, when you check in and get in that waiting room, just like you're waiting to see the doctor, check in with your ego, right? Who is the physician that you're checking in to go see while you in this waiting room? Who is the doctor? Is it source? Is it your guides and angels, or is it your ego? In this fear, in this what if energy. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Who are you checking in with? Right? Give me another card, Spirit, please. Somebody has a basketball game. There's something about a basketball game. And I'm picking up there's something you're nervous about the game. It's a basketball game, or maybe it's somebody's child's basketball game, but you're worried for nothing. Go do your best. That's all that Spirit requires. Don't get caught up in, oh my gosh, if we don't win. I'm in my feelings about the Chiefs, all right? But don't get caught up with, oh my gosh, what if we don't win? There's something about a basketball game. If if it's your child's game, get out of your head about it. Stop overanalyzing it. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, nobody on your team, nobody on the other person's team. Spirit is just saying, let me tell you, whoever this basketball message is for, you have a divine masculine in spirit world, maybe an ancestor, uncle, father, grandfather, or something that loved basketball. I don't know who it is, but whoever that is them channeling me. They are trying to experience the love of basketball. That's a movie. The love of basketball through you, because they're on the other side, and that's something that they miss. So stop analyzing everything. They are literally just wanting you to enjoy yourself because they miss basketball. All right. All right. Next you have open up. Oh, for the love. Spirit is speaking massively. You're being asked to open your heart to, it says, to another. To let down your walls and trust that they want what you want. They want what's best for you, and your life will open up in wonderful ways if you decide to open up. Listen to me. Some of you relationship-wise, hold on, y'all. Some of you relationship-wise, I keep picking up this flirty energy. Somebody is flirting with you subtly. And it could, like I said, I don't pick up this massive, hey, I ain't picking up that. I'm picking up this little bit, it's really subtle flirts. They might bring you a piece of candy today. I think I channeled this energy like a few weeks ago. They might bring you a piece of candy. It might be a coworker, or they might, if you out somewhere with your people, or it's very subtle. It's very simple. But you are so analytical and so, still being held down and chained down. I'm saying, I haven't pulled tarot, but I'm saying like the devil card, Capricorn energy, being chained down by some things that happened in the past, or somebody that did you wrong, or whatever the case may be. You're missing the signs. And nobody said this is the person you're going to marry. I'm not even saying it's your divine counterpart, but it could be just a friend, a soul tribe. Y'all could just have a lot in common. Again, you have to open up. It behooves me how people say they want love, and truly deep down, they're not even, their heart chakra isn't even open to love, right? Because of things that's happened in the past. It's time to open up. Let's get one more card. Well, I'll be. Break free. Let's see. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to be live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. I'm going to tell you something. It takes a massive amount of energy for an individual to be somebody else every day. And me and my brother was talking about this. People wonder why they're so exhausted. People think that they're exhausted from work or, oh, I'm exhausted. It's just been a long day. A lot of times you are exhausted because you have been every day outside of the hours that you are asleep. You have been living a life of what everybody else wants you to be. And it's very draining. To be who everybody else wants you to be will drain the literally the life out of you, right? You need to break free from that. If you have people around you that you can't be yourself around, if you are a nerd and, you find yourself, you can't be, you're around people that don't want to hear your nerdiness, you need to break free from that. Because you are being drained, just like I'm in the medical field. So just like a syringe, just literally just draining the life out of yourself. You have to break free from that. For some of you, this test that you're going through in this completion cycle, you're not manifesting things because of this energy that I'm talking about. And you have some people in your circle who are not your soul tribe. You can't be your authentic self around them, right? Let me tell you, when I went through this dark night of the soul, right? Spirit also told me if y'all watched the video, y'all heard me say this on the video, told me very clear, Divine, I'm also about to test some people in your life. They don't even know they're about to be tested. I'm about to test them because I want to show you who's there for you, who's going to be there for you, who's going to reciprocate that energy and that love that you pour out to so many people, who's going to reciprocate that and who isn't. And you think the divine didn't? Oh, when I tell you the divine did, right? And some of you need to ask the divine to show you, who do you need to break free from? What energies, what frequencies, what vibrations, what people do you need to break free from? And because I'm telling you right now, when you got the wrong people in your cipher, it's you will wake up one day when you don't see it, because you know how they say when you in the frame you can't see the whole picture because you in the but when you step out of the frame, just keep calling me, when you step out of the frame that you can see the whole picture. Some of y'all in the frame, in the picture, you can't see the forest for the trees. And you'll wake up one day, and this how your ego gets you with these people. We so much alike. Oh, we think just alike. Oh my gosh, we think just alike. Da 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 da. And you look up and you just like them, and your ego is going to tell you, oh, these your people. Y'all just alike. You know what I'm saying? You turn up, they turn. You die. Whatever the case may be. And the next thing you know, you just like them. They ain't manifesting nothing. You ain't manifesting nothing. They sucked you back into the matrix, right? And that's your ego, because your ego will tell you these your people. Oh, they just like you. But be careful, because being just like who? Which you? Which you are they being? Y'all just alike. Which you? The low vibrational you? Or the higher self you? See, it's cool if you're around people that you can be your authentic self, and when you thinking man, we just alike. We great minds think alike, because they're on that higher self, that ascension. Or is the low vibrational you? You got to decide which you it is that they like, that y'all so, in alignment and on the same frequency with. Let's get some tarot on the deck. Eight of Pentacles, Earth energy. Many of you are very, very timid, is the word I'm getting, and very nervous and very scared to leave a job that you've been at. Eight of Pentacles is about putting the work in, mastering your craft, things of that nature. Two things. Some of you don't want to leave. You've had job offers, but because you are so scared of what's on the other side. What if the grass ain't greener on the other side? Trust your soul. You ain't gonna know if you don't go, right? And for some of you, you don't trust your gifts and talents enough to put forward an effort and jump out there. Let me tell you something. People, especially with creating content, because I'm getting a lot like about people creating content on social media and things of that nature. If you are watching more social media than what you are creating, you've already lost the battle. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back eating Twizzlers. You are here to create. And there's nothing wrong with watching YouTube, watching IG, watching social media, and people, teach and you learning things. Nothing wrong, because I do. But if you are doing that more than you are creating, and even if you ain't posting on social media, creating can simply be every day writing down your game plan when you are ready to be on social media or whatever. But if you are consuming more time on social media than you are creating, that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. And I know because I've been there and done that. For some of you, I'm hearing that you need to set an allotted time for you to spend on social media, a week, a day, or whatever, right? Because a lot of you are meant to do content creating or do YouTube videos or social media. There's something about content creating, right? Or even I'm hearing writing a book. And for some of you, I'm hearing Spirit says you need to set yourself in, because it seems like you can't get it under control. You're watching more YouTube and social media than you are creating content and doing your life purpose. You need to set yourself an allotted amount of time every day, every week, whatever you want to do on this is the only amount of time I'm going to spend consuming, right? YouTube, social media, This is it. So if you say, hey, I'm going to allow myself an hour a day on social media, why do you think the Chinese people so smart? I'm not saying we're dumb. I'm just saying that when it comes to a lot of things, they're smarter, right? That's why a lot of people buy foreign cars. But if you look at their culture, like their children don't come home and sit on a video game all day. They the ones making the video games that, our children is sitting there for hours every day playing. Right? So if you're going to set an hour, set an hour. 1 hour is what I give myself on social media every day. The rest of the time, you need to be creating content. And like I said, even if you're not posting on something, you need to be working on your life purpose. You need to be writing, brainstorming, whatever your thing is, right? You have the Wheel of Fortune that came out next. When this cycle ends and you walk away from this and you are resonating and picking up everything that I'm throwing down right now, a lot of y'all, somebody has either a business opportunity or a job with a nice, very nice raise or promotion or something like that. There's something for some of you when it comes to, I keep hearing content creating. For some of you, you're going to make a lot of money once you do stop consuming so much social media and actually start doing your life purpose or content creating, whatever it is. Like once you get out of this and you do, there's a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, I'm saying a lot of money, and not just money, but wealth. Like whoever is watching this, the journey that you're fated on, even though it has been hard, whoever this is watching this reading, the other side of this situation, let me tell you something. It's fated. Some of y'all, your soul contract, like your soul is like, well, hot damn, this contract, let's tweak some stuff because you haven't been paying attention. You haven't been paying attention. Your guides and angels are trying to reach you. You've put yourself in this auto bubble and your little bubble, and I keep hearing auto tune, but on autopilot. Some of you watching this are meant to be millionaires. And in the age of time we in, that ain't a lot. So I'm going to say billionaires. Right? A lot of you, this is your last time here on this planet. And you are supposed to freaking do it big, bruh. Like, do it big. So you gotta get out of this, right? And I'm also hearing Spirit is saying for some of you, you gonna do it big. You may do it big, and on the steps of your journey, you gonna be by yourself, and that's okay. That's all right. Don't you worry about that. That's okay, because it ain't about the quantity, baby. At the top, it's about the quality of people when you get to the top. It's about the quality, right? Because you can have 100 idiots at the top, right? Ain't vibing with you, ain't in alignment with you, don't know nothing about his success, don't get that, right? But you could have 5 solid soul tribe members at the top, boo, that vibe with you. They know about getting money because they got money, and they can show you how to get money. They can tell you mistake. Hey, don't do this. These the mistakes I made. So kind of tweak it a little bit. It's about the quality when you get in this energy. You don't need no whole bunch of people around you. Skip all that. The more people you got around you, you don't need no entourage. I'm hearing Spirit say, man, the chosen ones don't do entourages. We don't. We don't do entourages. We do solid. Man, solid. My brother will.i.am, solid. We don't do entourages, right? Some of y'all got entourages. Y'all got a whole bunch of low vibrational people. And I'm not saying to talk about them like bad. But if you trying to get to this billionaire status, traveling around the world, it don't even matter what they shut down. I'm talking about this status I'm talking about. This is beyond anything that's going on in the White House and the economy. I'm talking to these people. It don't care what they shut down. It don't matter what they shut down. It don't even affect you. I'm talking about these people. This is the journey. This is the life you're supposed to have. Give me one more card, Spirit. Ooh, is that FedEx? Yep, that means my cream must be here. Good. For my hand. Sheesh. High Priestess. A lot of y'all are supposed to be almost popped out. Page of Cups, water energy. Pay attention to the messages you get in the next few days. Pay attention to the messages that you get in the next few days. There's some messages coming. There's some of you I'm picking up, you might get an apology in an email. I'm seeing an email that's saying, you know how they send the email about we have chosen somebody else for the job, right? Some of y'all are going to see that, and you're going to feel discouraged. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You're supposed to get that email that they chose somebody else. Why? Because that wasn't the one for you. There's something else coming. There's something else coming. But again, you ain't going to get it if you in this autopilot zone. All right. Bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups, water energy, new beginnings. King of Wands behind that 10 of Pentacles. Listen. Some of y'all won when it comes to love with this Ace of Cups, water energy, and the King of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, earth energy. Let me explain something to you before we get ready to close this out. Some of you, when it comes to love, you have put yourself in this bubble and you have given whoever your ex is and whoever the people is, whoever made you kind of close your heart out a little bit and put you in this analytical vibe. You can't even realize when somebody is just trying to buy your ass a cup of coffee, right? I'm talking to these people. You have someone, again, I keep telling you, like flirty. Now, outside of the flirty person, right? A lot of you have someone that is coming in. When I tell you is a boss with this King of Wands fire energy, and it don't have to be a divine masculine. I'm saying got they together. They coming in the door. Even if they don't come in with a lot of money or wealth, they coming in already in the middle of their game plan. They already on their journey to becoming millionaire, billionaire, whatever wealth is for you. They already on that journey. And they got the knowledge to put you on that journey. For some of you, this might be a soul tribe, but for some of you, this is somebody that is literally you gonna date or wants to date you, but you have to get out of the nonsense energy first, out of the autopilot. Blessings don't come when you in autopilot. Manifestations don't come when you in the autopilot. You know what comes in the autopilot? Low vibrational entourage people and random shit. When you're in autopilot, that means that's you telling God, I don't care, just send anything. It don't even matter at this point. Okay. And trust me when I tell you, the spirit is going to say, universe going to say, yeah, your wish is my command. Let's close out. Let's get some closing cards. You have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I'm going to say it one more time in the back for people eating butter on their popcorn that's lactose intolerant. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. For those of you that's thinking while you in autopilot, that's your ego talking to you. I'm going to tell you, like my brother has always said, get out of the driver's seat and let your soul do the driving. Your soul has a direct connection to source, doesn't need a map quest, don't need none of that. Some of us, you know, we do this and then we jump off on this exit, right? We jump on tell the soul, you know what, you might be tired, soul, I'll drive a little bit, and then you get off on this exit. Exit heartbreak. Exit financial loss. Exit, you know, whatever, you know, and your ego told you to get off on this exit. Don't do that. Let your soul do the driving. It's time for you to trust yourself. A lot of people get in autopilot because they don't want to trust themselves. If you can never be in a God or goddess frequency and you don't trust yourself, because that's not how source moves. Source looks at every one of us as an experience. You want the key? Look at everything as nothing but an experience. Because that's all that it is. That's all that it is. Take what you need from it and you keep it pushing. I tell people, allow yourself. Me, when something happens and something don't go my way and I'm in my feelings, I allow myself 24 hours, one day. I allow myself one day to be frustrated, mad, cry, whatever it is. After that one day, you got to snap out of autopilot and undo your seatbelt, get back on the passenger side, and let your soul start back driving again. Because you took off on the exit, your ego told you to take off, and now you're in a situation. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Some of y'all, I told you, got guides and angels. And I also want to touch on alone and loneliness. It is okay to be alone. Alone is the physical, there's nobody physically around me. Like right now, I'm alone. There's no one in this house but me. It's okay to be alone sometimes. It's good to be alone sometimes because you don't need all that extra chitter chatter going on sometimes, right? Loneliness is a different energy, right? It's a very low vibrational energy because that means you've abandoned yourself. You decided loneliness is like your ego convincing you ain't got no guides, you ain't got no angels, your ancestors don't care about you, God ain't listening to you, ain't nobody listening to you, it's just us. That's loneliness. That's a low vibrational energy, right? You can never be alone. Don't let your ego fool you again. You got off on that exit, let your soul drive, and you get back on the passenger side. Give me one more card, Spirit. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Guess what you can't change? That the Cheeto is in the White House and his homeboy then slid in the White House on the buddy system, Elon, you know. Don't matter who you voted for. Can't change that. Can't change that. Your ex that did you wrong because they are a narcissist and a butthole and can't change that neither. You need to be in full acceptance of what you can't change. Because when you are in full acceptance of what you cannot change, right? Because your ego is the one telling you Ooh, you need to try to change that. That's your ego. Once you fully accept what you cannot change, your soul will switch on a switch in you just like that. That will tell you, good job, because the only thing you can change is you. That's it, that's all. And again, when you accept that, what you gonna do, undo, that say, get your belt off, get back on the passenger side and let your soul drive, right? This is your girl, Divine Karma. Y'all know the drill. I love you. And I love it when you love me back. And don't forget, all my readings are on sale. So check out the website. It's in the bio. Thank y'all for rocking with your girl. I'm going to pull through this just fine. All right. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.